I apologize. I was taking a little joke there because it's the immediate one I think of. I suppose I could saw it in New Zealand-ish, but it doesn't have quite the same punch or stereotype surrounding it. I would say New Zealand because I remember hearing a statistic that for every person on the island, there's a sheep. So yeah, it's a bit of a thing there. Bit of a ratio there. Like 1-to-1 people to sheep. It's interesting. Mogram doesn't know what to do about his dodos. They may call it the red rooster's stead, but make no mistake, dodos are the birds that we keep this. Dodos are the bird that keep this stead steady. Those sweet and tender eggs, that succulent meal. So long as you remove a dodoling's poison glands, you're in for some scrumptious and healthy poultry. They've poison. I thought they just puked at you. They're so delicious I have to remind myself some birds just aren't meant to be caged. Or they're so delicious I have to remind myself some birds just aren't meant to be caged. Or perhaps I don't. Talk to XIV to see if we can return those exquisite creatures to their pen. Just doing this because it gets me a little extra XP and is a little more interesting than just doing lave quests. Christ, fading in and out of reality, I'm getting concerned. Am I ever so pleased to see you? I was about to cry foul, but with your help we can round them up. Puns. Those dim-witted dodos pecked through the fencing and fled the coop. Luckily, they know better than to leave the stead. There are 3 bolting dodos in all. If you spot one, just throw one of these dodo-sized sacks over its head. Once you caught all the birds, would you mind leaving them in Mogram's care? Need to repair the fencing before we can return them to this enclosure, you see. Well, that's the hole. I'm not really sure what's the issue. I presume that must be the hole. Damn fowl keep kicking over the paling. Yeah, that's the hole. Empty dodo-sized sack. Whatever would you put in an empty dodo-sized sack? I don't know. I'm just like all I can. I wanted to make a dick joke there, basically, but I can't find the right phrasing. Basically, it just completely escapes me. Just trying to think, like, you know, how to feckin' say it, but nope. Like, you know, what would be the funniest way of saying it and all that. But no. Full dodo-sized sack. Whatever could be trashing about in this dodo-sized sack? Again, joke from the first time, works for that one as well. I'm trying not to sneeze. Ugh. Can I be honest? I'm really thinking I should just continue on with the other thing and just leave the grinding till another time. Then again, I could go to where do you call it? The place where I ground up my Lancer and do the stuff there. Excuse me. Might be a good idea. I've heard everything. Hand me the dodos. How strong must these people be? Oh, my precious darlings. Without their poison breath, they're defenseless out in the wild. Daddy Dodo gets so worried. And now my dodos have another daddy. You'll stay and look around you'll stay around and look after my babies, won't you? At least until they're ripe for slaughter? No, mate. I won't be taking responsibility. I won't be. You know, there's no way I could be, you know, treating them like pets like that and then slaughter them. I just wouldn't have it the heart. I just really wouldn't. Furious Farmer. get some XP via this, so let's go take a look. A moment of your time, my lord. The fields are crawling with ocean roseling, horrible creatures that choke out the seeds and maim tillers who tend to them. We hold our own against the seedkin, but it seems everyone we cut down, there are 3 more to take its place. We'll be obliged if you lend us your sword, axe, in clearing the fields. Sure. That's right, it's kind of you, my lord. You see, here they come now. Okay, I've been synced to level 10. Just knocked down a level. That's fine. I take it I won't be getting much rep from the XP from this, but still, it's I know, I'm just really putting off doing the wave quests because it's so goddamn boring. Then again, I could run a dungeon. I think I'm at level twice that you're huge. That's one big fuck. My Christ. This is peaceful. Actually, a game I just suddenly thought of there came out recently, as of time of recording. Level sync. Come on down, you bastard. Outcast 2. That came out recently. Or Outlast 2, sorry. Not Outcast. Outlast 2 came out recently. Been meaning to go and re-record the original game. I played through it before, but it was a bit laggy. The game didn't really like my computer when I recorded first time around. I was on my Mac, and it was a bit laggy. I still struggled through, but it was a wee bit laggy, so, as I've been saying. So, if I was to do it on this, I should be perfectly fine. Provided I make sure there's no issues with the recording. When I recorded Outlast 2, there was a bit of an audio issue, a video issue, to the extent that, for whatever reason, the footage was a bit jumpy and choppy. So as long as I make sure there's no issue there, you know, all should be well. So yeah. As long as I make sure I'm not running into that issue, all will be well. And I could do the DLC then, as I never did that the first time round. Then I can move on to the sequel, which I'm hearing some sad things about. Well, one I did see a review floating around that was saying that it was a good one. A good but forward game. The nightmare is finally over, said the Furious Farmer, by the way. Like, it was a good but forward game. Then I saw another one saying that it was a... well, other people commenting saying that it just looks boring. Maybe now I can finally get some work done. What work is that, you ask? Aye, pulling weeds, of course. Ones that don't bite back, mind you. But, Christ. But yeah, once I do in the first one and it's DLC, I could give it a go and see what I think. I had some fun with it, certainly. I did the demo a while back, earlier on. Well, actually last year, actually. Go check it out if you're curious. Just check my playlists. That's always a good idea on my channel. Due to my backlogs, quite frequently things don't appear in my new videos list, despite being a new video. So it's always just a good idea to check the list to make sure nothing's being missed. The playlist to make sure nothing's being missed, because that updates right. The video list and whatnot doesn't. I don't know about subscription logs though. They might. I have no idea. I don't subscribe to myself, so I can't check. So, yeah. So, anyway. Back to you. Oh, that was so easy. It makes me wonder why I've spent my life formulating complex solutions to problems rather than merely going around killing things. Nevertheless, I'm afraid it's too late to alter my methods now. I'll continue to focus on the complex solutions, and have you stick around to kill things. What hubris, what arrogance to believe that I, one woman alone, could overcome the unfathomably vast and profound mysteries of nature. But with you here, I'm sure we can do it. I am pretty awesome. Arlona is in a bit of a tight spot. Care to partake in the inexorable march of science? The concoction I'm currently formulating could ever change horticulture as we know it. Imagine a food one could strew over crops to ward off pests. All I need are some ladybugs and someone to squash them. The ladybugs simply can't resist aphids. Find something lavender, dab it with a bit of aphid nectar, and they'll come swarming to the slaughter. Okay, the reason we're doing this, she didn't say, was for 3 vials of ladybug viscera. So, yeah. I'm just to go grab a bit from the fields. No one have any issue with this? Aphid nectar. Ladybugs are known to feed on this sweet secretion. Saying it like that makes it sound honestly a bit creepy. Then again, with me, it's just I don't know why, but you know, like someone's feeding, it takes on a dark, like almost sinister thing to it. I guess I've just seen too much horror shit. You know, I'm kind of having flashbacks right now to the Diablo 3. Ooey. Sorry, I'm just thinking of that. I'm being creeped out. There is one boss you go up against in that game, and he had people captive, and he fed them to each other. Yep. There was a bit of plot holes with that, because to be honest, for people to be like, basically it does imply that it was going. Basically, I always thought the guy only had them for a short time. But for, you know, that to be a thing, unless they were just force feeding them, which, to be honest, they just sound like they just shoved the food into them and left them be. You know, there's like a timescale issue there. A bit of a plot hole. Well, anyway. Return to me once you've collected 3 vials of ladybug viscera. The moss green ooze which seeps from the cracked shell after crushing an innocent, defenseless ladybug. It wasn't defenseless. It was just shit at fighting. It's elementary, really. Aphids live in fear of ladybugs, and so by applying the scent of ladybug blood to our crops, it's certain to ward off the parasites. We are manipulating the laws of nature. Well, not necessarily. Just because the aphids live in fear of ladybugs doesn't necessarily mean they live in fear of ladybug's blood. They might. Then again, I guess maybe the blood will carry the scent. And to be honest, I probably smell too much of iron. But, well, maybe aphids have a better sense of smell than we do. I can tell the difference. If not, you just go slitting your wrists over the crops, and it's beneficial apparently. Of course, we could have just let the ladybugs go on defending the crops as always and not squash them for their viscera, but I hardly see the science in that. And there's little bloodletting in that either. Well, there's little bloodletting in that too. So that simply just can't go on. Alright. Wish I had my phone right now. It's dead over to my right. Remember I was talking about getting a companion. Go do that. It's saying I'll suffer an XP decrease, but it's not a penalty in the slightest, if memory serves. Well, when I say not penalty in the slightest, you still get a bit of XP, I think. I think you still get a bit. here's what I'll do. I'll kill these. Yeah, I'll kill the last tree, the next tree. Then I'll turn it in, and I'll see if there's a big penalty. If there is, I'll leave it at that. Ripe Rampager, I may as well do you into. It will throw off the figures, but whatever. We'll still see how it is. Like seriously, I'd be so surprised if these don't have a line of cute dolls. Actually, I still have a ton of stuffed toys inside. Even one from when I was a baby. Like it was got from the hospital gift shop. I think so anyway. Maybe it was gotten elsewhere, but that's where I remember thinking it was from. I can't remember if someone told me that or I assumed or what, but yeah. It's a cute little blue bear with "It's a Boy" wrote on its feet. So presumably from a hospital shop or the gift shop or something to do with new babies anyway. Oh, and actually, we'll really need one more. Typical. But yeah, I still have that. So yeah, and I have a ton of other ones. My aunt, when I was a lot younger, made me a stuffed elephant. She made it herself, like. So yeah, it was sweet of her. And I have a ton of other ones that I've gotten over the years. New. I'll have you run away. And we'll pop back. And we'll see if, what kind of XP we gain. Collect rewards. It's not bad. It's not bad XP. Part of me is thinking it's fine, but at the same time, I think I might be able to get better. No, I would be able to get better elsewhere. No, maybe about it. I can actually head up here though and get some quests actually. And you know what? While I'm here, let's talk. The Grey and the Grey Fleet owes to the mill's ability to withstand even the grimmest weathers. Okay. They are very stylish windmills, I have to say. I love the aesthetic. Miller in need. Malagos from the nearby Raincatcher Gully have found their way into the granaries which store the flour milled by the Grey Fleet. Why Galagos would want flour when there are berries plenty in the jungle is a mystery that has never been solved because the millers want... that might never be solved because millers want those Galagos dead. Galagos, how am I to deliver my wheat to market when the Grey Fleet is overrun with Galagos? No idea. Oh, that's someone's companion, I guess. So, just go smack these around. And we'll get a bit of XP from it. They're already doing their bit, so better not fall behind. Seems their companion has fallen, but I wonder if there's any real penalty for that. If your companion falls, you know? Seemingly not. Well, actually, maybe that's not a companion. Maybe that's a summon. I think it's a separate thing, you know? Yeah, it might actually be a separate thing. I have no idea. I've never messed with that class. because I just wanted to start leveling the